Alright everybody, it's your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a review how to don't do this, save you time, money, frustration. Alright, so what we got going on today is I have searched far and wide for this information and all I get are replies. Occasionally on the forums I get people who are kind enough to send me pictures. So what I'm going to do today is create a video for you regarding the master cylinders and the levers. On my 1098, I switched out master cylinders for the Brembo RCS masters, the brake and the clutch, and they were fantastic. I was pretty, I guess, not upset, but maybe sad when I had the 1199S, 1299S, and they're like, you need to switch everything out to get them to work. So needless to say, on my 1199S and 1299S, I did not switch them out. But with the V4, they now have made them pretty much so you can switch them out. But I'm going to show you why you can't just switch them out. The stock one, to my understanding, you can, or excuse me, the clutch side, to my understanding, you can. But on the throttle side, the brake side, you cannot. And so again, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to give you like method to the madness on why, and show you legitimately why you need to switch out the controls on the brake side to be able to get the RCS or the Corsa Corta Masters to work. Now, I did not go with the RCS, I did go with the Corsa Cortas. And so to give you some background on that as well, and I'll just show you all this stuff right now. So we have, this is the brake lever, Corsa Corta, and this is going to be, these are the controls by Ducati. Now Jet Prime apparently makes Ducati, so I was wanting the Jet Prime, but for whatever reason they were more difficult to find, so I wound up getting the Ducati. And also it's got the grip heater on there. Some of them don't. I did not want to take the functionality away that everything comes with the bike. And then this is the clutch side. Also with and this is a banjo bolt. Also with the brake, you want to make sure if you are going to be using it for street that you get the Corsa Corta Master with the brake actuator on it. So when you use a brake, your brake lights turn on. I got all this stuff. I paid for all this stuff. I got it all through Moto Corsa in Portland, Oregon. They have sent me a lot of the stuff for my 1299S and the V4. I built a relationship with them. So anytime I need something, I call Brian over there, and he's always very helpful in making sure I have the right stuff. Also, just to give you some background, I got the exhaust from them, and they went through and checked out every part, made sure every piece was wrapped individually, so when it was shipping, nothing would get banged up. And that extra level of customer service and attentiveness, it just goes a long way with me. So I do a lot of business with Moto Corsa in Portland. But okay, well let's get started. So one thing that I did notice, that's the clutch side, we'll start with the brake. One thing that I did notice with the Master is that the stock Master is angled. So that is most likely why the lever has clearance. This Master is straight, all right? So this is angled here, this is straight, so that's quite possibly why you need to switch out these to get it to work. So what happens is, I do know somebody who did fit this initially on a V4, I think it was a V4R, and they did stock, they left the controls. And they said that the reason they wound up going back and putting in a aftermarket control part here, because when it would work, but when you pull the lever in, it would hit the stock control clusters here. So see, when I pull the lever in, it would touch the back of here. As you can see on this one, even when you pull it in, if it was straight like this one is rather than angled, this lever, and this is about as far as I would pull the brake in and full on stop, it would hit the front, I guess you call this the front of these controls. So that is why you do need to get an aftermarket switch. And so the switch I got was the Ducati bike. So this will wind up going here, and this switch will take care of this and this. This is meant to take care of these controls and this throttle body. Now this is just, you can see in there, this is just like a casing, similar to this plastic over here. And so whatever you have in here, if you have your throttle spacers in here, whatever you have going on in here is going to be transferred into here. So this will be here, and this will be here. And so as you can see, it's going to slim down or thin out the amount of space this takes up. And it's going to allow the clearance for the lever to not engage the housing. So that is why you need, on the brake side, you need to switch out these for something like this. Now I don't know if you can just switch out one and leave the other. This looked really nice, so I just wanted to switch everything out, make it all less. I'm more of a less is more type of person. So if you, and I'll show you once it's installed, but coming back here, looking at the buttons, that's going to be what you're going to see. Okay, so that's the brake side. On the clutch side, so the clutch side, again, is straight, whereas this is angled. This one's straight, but to my understanding, there should be, yep, it does look like there will be enough clearance to be able to use the stock switches. And I have verified that, because I didn't want the big like looping thing with different colored buttons on it. I wanted to keep this. So that is something I was happy to hear. This can just remain stock. So, all right, a couple things with these levers is, if you don't have the aftermarket clip-on, so clip-on is this handlebar, comes into here and gets screwed down in here, and same on the other side. You cannot put the reservoirs in here that attach directly to the masters. You have to get, you'll have to get some independent reservoirs, and either you install them, or when the shop installs them, they'll have to figure out how to manipulate them around. Now I will tell you that I have had to replace the bracket over here on this reservoir twice, from the vibration of the bike, the riding, and so I want to make sure that both brackets are beefy enough so I don't have to worry about them breaking. Now, some things to keep in mind about these Corsa Cortas. The brake is the only master that comes with this switch for normal, street, and race. The clutch is just a normal master. Secondly, I told you about the reservoirs. If you do get the aftermarket clip-ons, you can do the reservoirs that attach directly to the masters. However, I guess they attach up here. However, if you don't, it will not. Similar to what you saw in my radar detector video, the cowling here will get in the way on both sides. All right, so some other things to think about is, if you don't necessarily need this switch here, you don't want it, or you don't care about having the newest and latest and greatest, meaning the Corsa Corta, the RCS are still available, and that's what I have my 1098, and there was a noticeable change between that and the stock masters. One thing that I did not know that I found out along the way is all these parts on the Corsa Corta, and I have spoken with Brembo, the RCS has just the RCS, not the RCS Corsa Corta, has parts that you can purchase, like this is called the half handle. This would be the whole handle. So the half handle you can purchase would have, it's called low drag, or there's a slit in the end, similar to this one. Has the slit in the end of it. And that's, I've heard a couple different reasons why you have that, and both of them consist around, one, if you lay the bike down, this is a sacrificial part, so this will take the hit, and then you can still get up and ride with the lever and have it operate as normal. Then the other one I heard is that, I believe it was Max Biaggi was racing, he was going so fast down a straight at one of the tracks that the wind pushed his brake in. Obviously the brake's on the other side, but the wind wound up pushing his brake in and caused him to have a bit of a moment. So those slits allow the wind to go through as well. So they're called low drag. With the RCS, there were levers you could purchase to switch out, because all the stock ones come without the space. So you could purchase the aftermarket ones, you could purchase other parts for it. With the Corsa Corta, if anything happens, first of all, to replace this lever with a low drag lever, you have to purchase aftermarket. Brembo does not manufacture a low drag lever for the Corsa Corta. So you're left with this. If you want the low drag lever, half lever, you need to purchase an aftermarket one. Conversely, the Corsa Corta RR, which is a step above this one, comes with the low drag lever. Now, the RCS levers and the Corsa Corta levers are not interchangeable. While this is an RCS, the RCS and the Corsa Corta parts are not interchangeable. The Corsa Corta and the Corsa Corta RR parts are interchangeable. However, Brembo does not make parts, spare parts for you to purchase. They require you to purchase a whole nother master. So if I would want to switch this out with the Corsa Corta RR lever, I would have to purchase the entire Corsa Corta RR master and then take the lever off of that. I was not provided any reason behind it other than that's just how it is. If anything goes down on the RR, or probably I would imagine this as well, they will not sell you parts. You have to purchase a whole new master. On just the RCS masters, again, I was able to purchase parts, I was able to purchase levers to switch mine out. Just something to think about if you are looking to go with the Brembo aftermarket racing RCS, Corsa Corta, or Corsa Corta RR, depending on what you want to do. All right. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Please like and subscribe to my videos, help the channel grow to reach more people. And hopefully this video was informative to you. I wish I was able to find it back when I was looking at purchasing this, so I could come to a legitimate understanding of why you need to switch all this stuff out. But hopefully this is bringing method of the madness to you. All right, any comments, please leave them below. It's your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a review how to don't do to save you time, money, and frustration. Keep the rubber side down, twinkle twinkle.